Hey, y'all get in here, please. We gotta talk. Things are happening. Let's go. Let's get in here, y'all. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Ooh, it's a shame. 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 The things that's happening should not be happening. But since they happening, we finna talk about it. So y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. I got some disclaimers. We got some housekeeping. We got some things that we got to address about the topics that we've been discussing for the last couple of days. We got some things to address. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, honey. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just put my grocery order in. Y'all forgive me. Give me a second. iPad still in hand. Okay, because y'all know, auntie, big sis, little sis, whoever I am to you, y'all know I don't go in no grocery stores. So listen, y'all, this mess with Kenya and Britt Edie and RHOA and the rumors, the gossip, and all the things have reached a boiling point. And so now somebody has leaked audio, and we're going to get into it. There's some still shot pictures. We're going to get into that. We're going to examine them really well. It's a few things we're going to get into. We're going to get into a couple of things. Now, let me greet everybody because y'all know I'm not comfortable running my big old mouth until I greet everybody who's here. So let's do that first. Let's see who's here. Okay, hold on. Bianca the Beautiful says, Happy Sunday, y'all. Hit the like button, thumbs up this video. Don't forget your engagement button, bottom right hand side. Send the bubbles up. Let the people know you here. Miss Weedy Poo, thank you for being number 4. Hello, hello, Angela Davis. Hey, girl, thank you for being number 6. Debbie Garcia is here, so Housewives Talk is legal. We got a Debbie in the house. She's lucky number 7. All right, all right. Miss Kaiser Sose is here. Oh, she off today. Now she off work. Mm-mm. Now she off work. Y'all know that lady don't never be off work. The gossip must be serious. She ain't working today. Okay. Sweet beloved. Hey girl, thank you for being number 8. Who else we got? Miss Thelma's in the house. Thank you for being number 11. Miss Thelma, happy Sunday. Miss Nisi is here. Hey girl. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, Miss Sparkle. Our resident Mary Kay lady is like number 12. Too Adorable is number 15. I got my girl Queena in the house. Hey boo. How you doing? Thank you for being like number 16. DS. D out of control. D amazing. D wonderful. The custodian of the reflection corner is here. Okay, and she's number 17. Magaline, hey girl, thank you for being like number 21. And Janetta Porter, hey sis, she number 18. I appreciate you. D Seratinas, hey girl, thank you for being 18. I love that pic. Happy Sunday to you. All right, there go my sis. Love my dogs too is in the house, number 23. Okay, DV is here also with the Jordan number 23. Y'all hit it at the same time. Y'all look. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. I can't wait to talk about this. Aries Diva 84. Where you been? Girl, we ain't seen you in a month of Sundays. How you been doing? All right. Hold on. Say, would I please think about doing a review on Dubai? I don't like them. I don't like them. I can't make myself like them, sis. I love you, but I don't like them people. I tried. I tried to like them. I don't like them. I know y'all like them, and that's great because it gives you something to watch. But I can't get into them. I don't like nothing about them ladies. I'm being so honest. Hazeline, what's going on, girl? Darkest Bari. Hey, my boo. Say, baby, when I tell you I be stalking your channel, woo, I'm here for a word after the word. That's so sweet. Thank you for being like number 30. METV. Hi, METV. Happy Sunday. You been doing good? All right. Listen, I'll take a praise report. I'll take one. I like a praise report. There's my Jenna Harris. It has been a while. What you been up to? How to churn? What's going on with you? Catherine Bennett is in the house. Hey, boo. Yeah, you say oop on Dubai. Yeah, I can't. Y'all know I'm not gonna torture myself like that. Dana Scott, thank you for being number 33. I love that picture. Look at her giving us all this face and cheeks and eyes. Oh, she's so pretty. All right, all right. Mm-hmm. Jacob Polk, hey darling. Good to see you too. You say joy looks good. Joy comes for joy and Jesus start with the same letter. It's a reason for that. Hmm. I thank you. I'm telling you. If you talk to him more, you'll smile more. Jenna Harris, thank you for being like number 36. All right. So y'all get in here. What in the name of God is going on this internet? What in the name of the Almighty is going on this internet? I say, what is really happening in here? We got still shots, we got audio leaks, people saying all kind of stuff, and we gonna hear it. We gonna hear it. Thank you for being like number 39. All right, Bianca, reminding y'all, please smash that like button, okay? Let them know. Let them know. Let them know. So you've been working and an aunt and a great auntie duty. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. I understand. It ain't easy being us, is it? It ain't easy being us. You say you've been working, you spoke at a conference, it was great, but then you got laid off. We gonna be okay in Jesus' name. Baby is great, and I'll be spending the summer with her. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it. BJ Des, thank you for being like number 40. My beautiful niece, Couture Bay, hit the button at the same time. Ain't she lovely? Listen, I'm so happy we here. I wish we was here for a different purpose. Y'all, why we got all this going on the internet? I'm gonna tell y'all what I think in a minute. Hey, T Dollar. You say you had to go on a break for this, but I know this gonna be a time. Yes, it is. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what we finna start with. I want y'all to buckle up. I got my good house coat on. I'm comfortable. Mm-hmm. And this is what we finna start with. Let's share the screen because this is what Kenya should have listened to before she let the devil use her. Okay. So y'all just get your sound right. This is a new gospel song. I want Curtis, what's his name? Kirk Franklin. I want him or what you call it now? Fred Hammond or somebody to remix it. This is the new gospel song of the hour. And I want them to remix it, and I want Kenya to play it in her house every day. Hey, Kelly Dream, thank you for being number 46. This one right here. Listen. Yes. 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 Devil, the number you are calling is not available. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Matter of fact, from now on, that is our theme song over here on the porch. Devil, the number you were calling is not available. And that's what I want Kenya Moore to listen to from here on out because this has gotten out of control and we just not gonna have anymore. We're not gonna have anymore. Riri C, thank you for being number 47. Inel, thank you for being 46. Apple Charm, thank you for being number 48. All right. Yes. T Dollar. Thank you for the super chat. Say don't go too hard on Kenya Queen. I guarantee that girl started it. I don't care what somebody started. That ain't how you conduct yourself. Did you not hear our new official theme gospel song on the porch? Devil, the number you were calling is not available. Satan, the number you are calling is not available. Why she had to pick up the devil's call? How come? Mm-mm. T Dollar said, I know you're gonna go hard and I can't wait. I got to. Got to. Couture Bay say not the fan being Delulu at the ways of Kenya. That's my T Dollar child. T Dollar is a twirler. And T Dollar is a trooper. Because T Dollar, no, we do not play that twirl foolishness over here. But we love T Dollar even though we don't fool with that heifer. And along them lines, let me go ahead and give the disclaimer now, because I done had one of them come up in my comments. And all I'm going to do is delete your comments. I don't have time. BJ Dad say, I love it. Yes, that's the new song. Devil, the number you calling is not available. WD Rose, thank you for being number 54. Mm-hmm. So I guarantee that girl came in calling her Kenya more whore, and Kenya, like, how can you guarantee it? Because we ain't heard that happen. I heard rumors about what started it, and it wasn't nothing like that. Hey, Sharon Redman, thank you for being number 55. Mm-hmm. Carla Pelly, hey. Ooh, she say Kenya's evil. Okay, well, y'all heard the song. Let me know at any time. Let me say this too before we get into this. The first piece of housekeeping for this particular video. If you sensitive, hey Antoinette, if you sensitive, this might not be a safe space. Auntie Eva, thank you for being like number 55. Okay, so let me just let you know. So let me go rescue T Dollar, baby. You about to be windmilling all season. That's my baby. But I'm gonna say this: T Dollar is dedicated. T Dollar is dedicated. Even when Kenya is indefensible, T Dollar gonna go in 100% for her, and I love it. Somebody got to love you. Uh-oh, my sister on the phone done weighed in, y'all. She say bleep Kenya. Okay. I caught the replay too. She has been going too far for too long. Bravo is too Wong Fu for letting her. Now that's my favorite movie. We ain't gonna bring Julie Newmar into this. Yeah, Lord, not evil to the bone. But yeah, so if you're sensitive, this might not be a safe space because y'all know how I roll over here. When you're right, I'm on your side. Y'all know the truth of the matter. There's been times when I have said things in Kenya's favor when she's right. If you're right, then I'm with you, and if you're wrong, I'm dragging, and nobody's safe. Okay. So remember, before even filming, the girl came online talking about them edges. But this is the thing. But T Dollar, when I said it, I said that was for Kenya. Ain't nobody believe me. They T Dollar, you wasn't here. You wasn't here to defend your auntie. They told me I was wrong and it was for Portia. I told him that was for Kenya. Oh, that's listen. I love my T Dollar. You listen. Ain't can't nobody take my love away. I love my T Dollar. Hey, Ronetta. Say she know my girl love them clipping. Yeah, she like a little extra credit. She like a U part wig here and there. Miss Barker say the way she demean other women is a disgrace. It is. It is. My sister on the phone say, but everybody be like Marlo. Kenya is below the gutter. Kenya is septic. Whew. Okay. So listen, let me tell you. If you're sensitive, I'm not gonna apologize to you because I'm not sorry. I'm never gonna be sorry for telling the truth about what I see, what I hear, or even my opinion. If that's truly my opinion, then I'm gonna state it just that way because the truth is always in order, right? Number two, hey Miss Tampa, Patricia Joaquin, make sure you hit the like button, girl. Okay, so if the truth makes you uncomfortable, I do not know if this is the best place. Make sure you have your 81 milligram aspirin. Keep them close to you because I don't want your chest getting tight. If your chest become tight at any time during this broadcast, take your 81 milligram aspirin, or if you already know you have a pre-existing heart condition, your full strength aspirin and chew it. Don't try to take it with water. Chew it and then call for medical assistance. Okay. Now, hey Bap. Bap say I had hoped this wasn't true. I did too, to be honest. I may not be a Kenya fan because I don't really care for her attitude a lot and the things she do, but I didn't want this to be the truth either. Just because I didn't want to believe that, ladies of our age group would still indulge in stuff like that. Thank you for being like number 58, Patricia Joaquin. Jay Della Ray. Hey, Bookie. That's right. T Dollar be standing on business by Kenya. That's right. Somebody got to like it. I love it like that. I do. You got to love somebody. T Dollar say, I just love a lot of Aquarians. Queen Aqua right here. January 31st. See, she's not misunderstood. She nasty. Because it's two sides to this, okay? Some of us be straight and some of us be nasty. And she nasty. She's nasty. Jenna say Team Twirl gives Ken a pass because she looks like a Barbie. How dreadful. I think maybe they like something about her. Mel, okay, now how do I say this? Mel Enjoyer. Mel Enjoyer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She says hello from Paris, France. Okay, bienvenue. Okay, bonjour. Welcome. Come on in. We're so happy to have you. What a lovely lady. All right. Say this needs to be an official disclaimer. Yes, that is the official disclaimer for this video. On the housekeeping note, please hit your like button. Please keep your like number because this is the only channel on YouTube where we play the like lottery. Meaning if I ask you for your like number and you give it to me within the 2-minute time frame, you give me something, I'm gonna give you something. Now the like lottery is more of a scratch off than a Powerball, okay? So you give me something, I got something for you. But do not play the like lottery unless you have Cash App because I do not use Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, none of those things. I have them, but we're not doing it for this because it takes up too much time, okay? Deborah McDougall, hey girl, how you been doing? It's so good to see you. So that is a thing too. Make sure that you all are greeting everybody. Everybody's being pleasant. This is strong content matter to a certain degree, and people have strong opinions. Make sure we keep our opinions on the personalities, on RHOA, on the show, on celebrities or whatever. No personal comments or attacks toward each other will be tolerated. Y'all know we do not do that over here under any circumstance. Antoinette said, I'm old enough to remember when Kenya's wig was exposed and she went after Tanya unmercilessly. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Ronetta say, wait, so she really did the deed? It looks that way. It looks that way, sis. J.I., that's my dog. Say, this is the vile and nasty Kenya we always knew. From flirting with married men, fake boyfriends, pointing things in faces, and wearing revealing outfits at charity events. Devil, the number you are calling is unavailable. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I also want to point out, please, on top of hitting the like button, keep your like number. At any time during this live stream, I can ask for your like number. So have it ready. You got a 2-minute time limit. Anytime I ask you for a like number, you got something for me, I got something for you. Only play the like lottery if you have Cash App, okay? So make sure you keep your like number. So like right now, I see how many people are in the room. If I ask for like number 81, somebody right now, like number 81, who got it? Let's have a test run. Like number 81 for the like lottery. Get your cash, honey. Get your cash. Say to me, you can have an attitude problem and still be a good person. You can. You can. Mm-hmm. That's true. It's 7:45 p.m. over there. Okay, she said Kenya is too much. She is. She is. If it stopped at an attitude problem, I wouldn't find her so distasteful. Say, been saying Marlo and Kenya very alike, but people acted like I was crazy. Glad some of y'all feel me. My Aquarian soul can't claim them. And see, I don't have I really don't have that big of a problem with Marlo. Marlo hasn't shown me a filthy character. She's shown me a bad mouth. She's shown me a whole lot of St. Pete. I had more of a problem with the way Marlo treated Nene than anything that's ever come out of her mouth. Miss Gardner, she at work listening. Hey sis, thank you for being like number 62. Deepitude 904 is like number 64. Okay. Riri C says, I truly believe this is the last season of RHOA. Baby, I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Terry Bradley, hi. Thank you for being like number 63. Is this your first time here? Listen, quick. If this is your first time live, please put FTL or tell us it's your first time live so that we can welcome you individually and personally because we are happy to have you here. You're only a visitor once. After that, you part of the family, okay? So welcome, welcome, welcome. If I've welcomed you before, Terry, I'm welcoming you again. I'm glad to see you. E. Davis, thank you for being like number 67. Um, Say people like to poke Kenya. They don't like when she gets activated. I can honestly tell you, I've been watching this show since season 1 before she came in season 4. I've never seen anybody poke Kenya. Not once. Not once. I've never seen her get poked. I've seen her do very ugly things. I've seen her take shots at people, and when people respond, she acts like she's been poked. Kenya's not a nice person. I'm just gonna be honest. I ain't never seen her get poked. I don't like Candy, but I can say that I've seen times where Candy was being goaded or she was being provoked. I can tell you, I have never seen Kenya be poked by anybody. I've never seen it, not once. And Kenya does go very low. She has bad character. You in Paris too, Dana Scott? Man, we got all these beautiful international sisters. You say Team Twirl is nasty. Are we gonna call her fans nasty too? Is it just her? Because I think maybe some of her fans just like her because of whatever reason, and maybe they just can't see what we see. T Dollar say Marlo ain't got no loyalty. That's y'all see why y'all see why you can't take my love away from T Dollar? Y'all see this? See, me and T Dollar, we got one mind. We're part of the same place. We both have the same mind. Yes, that's why I love T Dollar. Because we be on the same page with stuff, man. That's my problem. That's my problem with Marlo. Ain't no loyalty. I don't care nothing about her mouth. Like that part of her character is what bothered me. What gets me with Kenya is the low down, dirty, disgusting antics, behavior, accusations, the constant lying. That's what I can't stand with her. Trina Taylor say, happy Sunday. I know that's right, girl. Miss Cherry, the gardener, where you been? How you doing? Thank you for being like number 66. Sharon Redmond said, it feels like I gained 81 since retirement. Does that count? No. Because if that's the case, then I won. Trina, thank you for being like number 71. I appreciate you. And y'all don't forget to share this video as well, in case somebody else want to come gossip with the grown crowd. Morgan D say Kenya's up to her nasty antics again. Unfortunately. So yes, welcome to everybody. We're gonna get into this. Virgo Gale slid in like number 74. Thank you, gorgeous. Rochelle, my sis is here. She's like number 71. Leah Aries, hey sis, girl. We just getting it crunk up. It was Men's Day at the church. Okay. Thank you for being like number 70. All right. Rochelle, congratulations on your 35-month royal anniversary. Okay. I love it. Renetta say, Nitra, when you came in, you had 104 likes high and went back because YouTube don't show the right number of likes sometimes. You know, they sometimes they get it right. At one point, they was getting it real wrong. They would say you had more likes than you had people in the room. Like they was doing real crazy stuff. So I guess it's glitching again. WD Rose say Kenya is a hellhound. Jesus. That's why she answers when the devil calls. Oh Lord. And speaking of that, y'all know that is our new official Lily. My sister Lily is here. I love my Lily. I love Lily. But Lord, I say both of them nasty. Twirl fans and they master. Now I know some Team Twirl people that's real sweet people. They just don't see what we see on her. I don't know why they don't see it. Maybe they Risa Tisa to the bull crap. I don't know. But yeah, but Kenya not being loyal is the least of her flaws. She got so much stuff wrong with her that her disloyalty don't even really bother me. If I'm being honest, her disloyalty it don't even register because she got so much other stuff that's just horrible about her that I'm just like, I can get over your disloyalty. I can. Leah Aries, congratulations on your 9-month royal anniversary. Thank you so much. So I'm trying to get a couple more comments and we're going to get into what's happening. Never forget how she tried to ruin Cynthia's proposal and play in her face constantly. Yeah. and was trying to make her look bad with her wine business and everything. And that's supposed to be your friend. She's a disgusting character, man. No, you can't take accountability and lie at the same time. You got to tell the truth to take accountability. Y'all, my sister on the phone said a hellhound wouldn't be caught dead in that U part toupee that she be wearing. Lord have mercy. Bougie Champagne Crew reviews. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, so y'all know our official gospel theme song over here is here, and we are acknowledging it. It has been adopted as the official Baptist gospel theme song of the Porch. At any time during this program, if y'all need to request the song be played, it can be played. Hey, Poetic Lyrics, thank you for being like number 80. At any time, you can request it. At any time, okay? Hey, nephew, how you doing? Ian is in the house. What's going down? Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to message my shopper. Because y'all know I send people to do my grocery shopping. And some of them be lazy as hell. Hey, NK Universe, what's going down? Thank you for being like number 85. All right. Ian, see, Ian likes her. Ian's a sweet person. He just don't see what we see in that evil cow. Say Kenya innocent. They be trying to portray her as the bully when she just responds to hate. Yeah, there's no responding to hate by doing that to another woman. There's no excuse for that. There's never any excuse. There's nothing you can come up with that excuses that. That's inappropriate behavior. T Dollar say Nene and Kenya are one and the same. That's a lying 7 sacks of crap. Lanithia would never do this to anybody, and I've never seen Lanithia sit up and tell bald face lies, bald head lies either. Kenya is a horrible person. There's nobody like her. She's all alone on that nasty throne. Y'all love to try to put people with her. No, she's nasty on her own. Say they both gonna come for anybody to challenge them. No, coming at somebody who challenge you, dragging, reading, roasting, that's cool. Lying on people, trying to degrade another woman with filthy stuff, like no, that's her nasty throne. Belicious, thank you for being number 87. Nope, we getting ready to do it right now. I'm just greeting everybody, letting folks get in the room. Hey, Wani, thank you for being number 88, boo. Okay. All right, Lily, see you later. Jeannie W. Say, I can't wait to see what really happened. We will always like Kenya. See, there's somebody else who's a sweet person. She just likes Kenya. I keep telling y'all, sometimes the fans just don't see what we see. That don't mean that they not sweet people. They just don't see it. They just don't see it. Amethyst Renee say that's criminal. It is. It's criminal. It's unconscionable, and it's trashy and gutter and useless behavior. Hey, Antoinette Johnson. Ian say y'all must be mistaking Kenya for Portia Giselle. No, I'm talking about her. Her all by her lonesome. Cause she nasty all by herself. All by herself. Giselle is let me tell you this. As disgusting as Giselle is, even Giselle, even Giselle is not as disgusting as Kenya. Kenya is lower than even Giselle. Yep, that excuse can get you some time behind bars. It sure can. Aries Diva, thank you for being like number 92. Say Kenya is usually the antagonist. She's almost 99.9% of the time the antagonist. If she's not, I'll be surprised. Mm-mm. I gotta see it. Because all I can go by is your track record. Now, like I said, when I first saw this Brit girl, I was not impressed with her energy. And I'm still not, to be very honest. Something about her energy, while we talking, something about Brit's energy seems off to me. Right, Nene would never. Nene would never. What up, Mac? Happy Sunday. See, Andrew Mack. This is another person I love dearly. I love Andrew Mack to the bone, to the gristle, to the marrow. And I know Mac is good people. That's why I say it's a lot of good people that like Kenya. So we have to, that's why I say we have to keep our opinions on the people and not the fans, because just because somebody's a fan of a bad person or a nasty person or somebody who does something evil, it doesn't reflect on them, because everybody has freedom of point of view, a vantage point, right? So from the way they seeing it, they may not see her the way we see her. I don't know how, but that's not my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to tell what happened and give my opinion on it, but that doesn't mean that my opinion is the only opinion that matters. You know? That's all. Say Ken and Jiz are Bravo supervillains. I wouldn't put P in that category. Yeah, Portia ain't got what it takes to be I like that term, supervillain. Portia don't have what it takes to be a supervillain. Mm-mm. She don't have it. Right. Nene is funny. Kenya's nasty. Just nasty. Nasty as road rash. Say, heck, if Cynthia was Kenya's friend, she wouldn't try to make her look stupid and didn't even invite her to her make believe wedding. Anybody who would keep coming for someone's husband is ridiculous. Child, I don't know. I don't know. So let's get into it, y'all. Like I say, y'all heard the song, and every now and then y'all can just type it in the chat, okay? Every now and then type it in the chat. Virgo Gill say, you right about fans. I'm Team Portia. Right. And that don't mean that you snitching on people and snatching their husbands up. It just means that you Team Portia. I'm Team Nene. That don't mean that I go around forgiving people who treat me dirty and hanging out with them, because I'm just not that dumb. But that don't mean that I don't like Lanithia. So you know what I'm saying? We got to separate the people who are fans, from these actual reality TV personalities. Okay. So yeah, but I can dig where you coming from, but we just not gonna do no personal comments or no attacks on the fans or of anybody, because anybody can like who they like. We could all talk about each other's discernment. I think everybody's discernment could be stronger, and I don't believe in sitting in a seat of judgment. We got to be real careful about that. You know, we got to be real careful about that. I like Kenya, and I think she was just playing a character on the show. She's willing to be the villain for ratings. I hear you, baby. I hear you. All right. So I was just trying to make sure that now let me get this one last comment before we get into this. Riri C say, I'm just over the slut shaming at this point. It's tired. Now, Riri, let me tell you, I'm old. Therefore, I'm old school. Like, ain't nothing new about me. Okay. I hear y'all about playing a part. I don't know how you play a part of trying to degrade another woman. Like, is that a part? I think, when you're willing to do certain things for money, I gotta look at you real sideways, extra sideways, like sitting sideways, tight sideways. But I'm a fan of shame. I know people don't like shame, but shame is good. Shame is good. Shame, I'm tell y'all about shame. Shame will keep you from doing certain things in your life, okay? I went to college in Atlanta. hmm I did. Way back, many moons ago. And I had friends who was working at Body Tap and uh Magic City and stuff. And I used to be fine. I did. And you know why I didn't do that? Shame. Shame is good. Shame is wonderful. My problem with the ladies on this show is that you're a pot pointing at a kettle. The only person that been on this show that don't have a whole facts report is Cynthia. And when it come to Marlo, we ain't even got a track record. We ain't even got a track record. We just got a bunch of attacks. So we got everybody on here with the golden arches over their bed. And you a hoe, you a hoe. Well, I mean, at this point, y'all just gonna sit up all day and call each other hoes because all y'all is some hoes. That's all I'm saying. Like at some point, we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. We got to stop all this foolishness. We got to stop the foolishness at some point. We just have to. Calling people hoes when all y'all hoes is insane. It's insane. It's unhinged behavior. They need to stop that. Right. We got to hold, they can be your favorite and still hold them accountable. Okay. Hold them accountable. So I ain't attack no one, just stating how I would move. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. Like I totally agree with you, but I have to give the disclaimer because I don't want nobody misrepresenting any words that came out of my mouth. Because we know folks will do that. Okay. Unfortunately, people will do that. So I have to be very clear um on that. Especially when you are openly Christian, people look for a reason to make you bad. So I have to be very careful what I say. I'm always team Kenya, but regardless of whether I prefer Nene, Kenya, Portia, etc., I'm still team Seanitra. Yes. Royal family at the end of the day. I love it. I love it. I liked Kenya before she came on the show, but after her second season on the show, I haven't liked her since. I feel you, baby. I feel you. Poet Lyric said, I love Portia to life, but I will call my girl out when necessary. And I think that's what's important. Yolanda, thank you for being 101. So look, let's get into this thing, y'all. Every now and then, I may still break out and sing our official song. This is your first time live, y'all. While I'm queuing this up to play this horrible audio, I need y'all to spam the chat and say welcome to Miss Terry Bradley. Welcome, Terry. We're glad to have you. Lady Blue, thank you for being 101. I'm glad you're here. Let me go ahead and cue this audio up. I'm so disappointed. Like I said, even though I don't like her, I'm very disappointed. Mary Camara, can we start? It's been 40 minutes of this, please. Well, actually, Mary Camara, I'm going to take an extra minute just for you to tell you that you are more than welcome to get your ignorant behind off my porch. When I come in here, I greet people, we talk, we enjoy each other. We're not just here to gossip, honey. We're actually family. We don't call each other the royal family for nothing. So if you think that you can bring your smelling attitude into my space, I'm going to invite you to take your disgraceful, inglorious tail off of my porch. Now, I would ask you to get some class, but I believe that boat has sailed. I just believe somehow that the boat has sailed. So I'm going to ask you kindly to get your disgraceful tail up out of here. Your mama should have trained you better. You don't walk in another woman's house telling her when the hell to talk and what to say. Girl, is it crack? Hey, G Weed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you caught alive. Sorry you had to witness me taking some trash out. Okay. Matter of fact, DS say, can we play the song? Yes, we're going to play it real quick and then we're going right into. Oh, NK Universe. Thank you for the super sticker. Hey, happy to be happy. We glad you made it. Yes, let me go ahead and cue up the audio that was leaked. And then oh, that Key Marie 107. Thank you, thank you. So dig this. Let me go ahead and cue up the audio so we can listen to what was actually said. Okay. Well, I tell you, we played the song and everything, and people still answering the call for the devil. Why? Why are they answering his calls? He's not even a nice guy. Like, why are you taking his calls? He's only going to get you disgraced and embarrassed. Don't take his calls. He's not your friend. I'm just saying. At some point, I need y'all to put him on the block list. Put him on the block list, and then things will go so much nicer for you. I guarantee it. Guarantee. I'm queuing the audio up right now, guys. Right this minute. All right. All right. We got it. We got it. We got it. Mm-hmm. All right. So we got it queued up. We are ready to go. Hey, it's Tish. Hey, Angel Pepper Wings. Happy Sunday. Hey, Tiffany J at work listening. All right. So let's go. Okay, okay, okay. Let's get it. Let's get this thing happening. Hey, P, what's up? It's been so long. How you been doing? All right, Tiffany J, thank you for being 111. So one more time for the official. This is the anthem from now on. Hey, Krista Jones, thank you for being 113. So let me share this screen. Get your audio right. We're gonna hear the themes, the official anthem for the royal family one more time. This is forever, the rest of the summer at least. At least for the rest of the summer. I just want y'all to know this is our official theme song. This is the anthem for the royal family, and then we're gonna go straight into the audio from Kenya, who should have been listening to this anthem. Okay, all right. Yes. So we got our anthem in. It's time to go ahead and play the audio. Yes, devil, the number you are calling is unavailable. Yes, the devil, the number you are calling. Listen, I need everybody to put Satan on the block list, okay? Hey, G Sawyer. It's all right. Here we go with this audio. All right. Turn your sound up. I don't know how great the sound is, but let's get ready to make sure everybody can hear. I'm going to turn my sound up as best I can over here, y'all. I am. But make sure you got your sound up so we can hear what is being said. Okay. Hold on. Let me give y'all a little context. So they're saying from Mad Beefs. Now, I'm not going to read the cuss word, but she said, holy crap. This is the moment Kenya revealed the genitalia photo. It's only audio though. Okay. So I hope y'all can hear well. Turn your sound up as best you can. I got it turned up over here as much as I could. Here we go. You are paying for all contacts. Brittany does escort. There's an IT who put her emails out on flash. She charges $1,400 for appointment. She said Brittany does escort. Hold on, let me run it back because this is where the talking get good. Okay, I hope y'all don't mind me running it back. I pray y'all don't mind me running it back because I'm gonna run it back as much as I need to make sure we're hearing it right. Okay, let's go. There's an IT who put her emails out on flash. She charges $1,400. An IT who put her emails out escort. There's an IT who put her emails out on flash. She charges $1,400 for appointment. You not only a hoe, you a she said somebody on IG put her on blast. She said that you not only a hoe, you a she claimed the girl charging $1,400. She say she told the girl she's on the cover of magazines being a thought. Kenya, you was on Double XL and King magazine with your booty turned toward the camera too now. You on the cover of magazines being a thought. You all of those okay? You got you over here on Snapchat. Your She say the girl was on Snapchat and she claimed Yo Gotti asked the girl to Snapchat him her pocketbook, her privates, and she say the girl did. Did she? How do we know this? I don't know, but let's run it back one more time, y'all. Let's make sure we hearing everything. Let's go back. You are paying for all contact. Wait. I just heard something. Hold on. You are paying for all contact. I could have swore I heard somebody else's voice saying you was paying for penis. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Because I could have swore I just heard that. I could have sworn I just heard that. That's right, Dana Scott. Satan, we rebuke and block you. Satan, the number you are calling is unavailable. Okay? Did y'all hear that though? I'm gonna run it back again. Say, wait, so that line from the DM about Nikki and Yo Gotti is about her? I don't know nothing about Nikki and a Yo Gotti. Nikki is not on RHOA. Please don't, and I ain't being funny, but at this point, she's persona non grata to me. It's some of her behavior that's really disturbing my spirit. Say, can you need to leave that lady's wop alone and let her slob a great? G Sawyer, behave. Yeah. I'm gonna run it back. You didn't hear it. I'm finna play it again. That didn't sound like Portia to me. That did not sound like Portia to me. I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run that back because we got to hear this. I had to pop over here to let y'all see if y'all saw what I heard. What I heard. You see, I can't even get my senses right. Saw, heard, saw, heard, and saw, see, saw. God darn it, see, salt, all of it. So ain't no denying this. I hope that Brittany has obtained an attorney and a copy of the audio and hopes to sue. I don't know. You can't sue nobody for talking, but I feel like to be saying that you know somebody did something when you don't know they did something, I don't know. So it sounds like Portia in the background saying that's a penis. Oh, it sounds like that's a penis. Ooh, if it was somebody saying that, I don't know. We finna run it back. I just want to know, what exactly was said and who said it. To me, it didn't sound like Portia. It could have been. It could have been. No, it could have been. It could have been. Say, find me an Ebony magazine with Kenya in it, please. Child, when you find it, give it to me. But I know she was on Double XL and King with G-strings on with her butt bent over at the camera like she was selling a piece. And we know she was out there dealing coochie because Mike Tyson was still married when she was hunching him and he bought her house. That's why I'm like, oh, in the song, it go down in the DM. I think it's a lot of people been in the DM. But we don't know that about the girl. Because Kenya said she was on Snapchat. Why would Kenya know what happens on Snapchat between her and Yo Gotti? I'm gonna try to keep my mouth shut. No, I don't. I used to really like her music and stuff, but she's done some very ugly things the last few years. I don't really care for her anymore. No, I don't. I don't like when ladies start, devolving into something other than ladies like that. I don't like that. Oh, somebody said it's in her mouth. Oh, Lord. Okay, we finna run it back. I just wanted to get y'all opinion. Yeah, I want to hear the defense too. Well, I think we saw the defense. Well, it wasn't private, and I didn't solicit. That's the only defense I saw because I didn't see a defense like I absolutely did not do that. So y'all say that was Portia voice. Okay, don't worry. We finna go ahead. We about to play it back again. I see a few of y'all think so. Yeah, she was messing with Mike Tyson. The man had bought her a whole house. Girl, Kenya done dealt coochie to everybody, and ain't nobody keep her. Aries Diva say somebody said it, but she couldn't tell who said it either. Okay, well, we finna run it back, y'all. We finna run it back right now. Okay, everybody put y'all good ears on. I'm gonna start all the way back here. And then we just gonna see what we hear. Okay, everybody get real quiet in your house. Turn your TVs off. Turn your sound up. Let's go. Yeah, somebody say that's a penis. That's a penis. Jesus. You are paying for all contact. Brittany Dunn Escort. There's an IG who put her emails out on that. She charges
$1,300 for appointment. You not only a hoe, you
She said, "You not only a hoe, you a paid hoe."
you are coming to magazines, being a star, you all of those hoes today. You got you over here on Snapchat. Your body was like Snapchat. We got pussy.
So y'all heard it. So there were posters. There was posters. There was posters. The posters were there. The posters were there. Yes, Kenya sounds very pressed and desperate to try to make the lady look a certain type of way. But like I said, if I was Brittany, I wouldn't have been too excited. Somebody who has literally hunched everybody, you can't shame me. But hunching, like, girl, unless I could say I screwed the Seventh Fleet, you can't shame me. Not the likes of Kenya Moore. Hey Divine, Max say all I can say if Kenya went there, she was forced. Ain't nobody forces you to show pictures of another woman in a sexual act. Nobody forces you to do that. That's your character. If you do something like that, it's in your character. Because there ain't nothing you can do to me to make me do that to you. That's in your character. That just proves that she's always been what I said she was, gutter trash. I'm just saying. Virgo Gale said that proves Britt was there when Ken. Not, baby, listen. Freddie Olden already leaked the video and the pictures of her at the place. So the people who was trying to lie for Kenya, talking about, oh no, the girl wasn't even there. She was there. The people tried to lie and say, wasn't no posters. It wasn't no posters. Kenya ain't put up no posters. She did. Because somebody just said, we just heard together them say, that's a penis. Jesus. That's what they just said. We heard them. Didn't we hear them? If you heard that person say, that's a penis, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard it. Because I heard it. See, at this point, ain't no line. I know Kenya lies a lot, but ain't no way to lie her up out of this. Amethyst say that's the only way to be a hoe if you're gonna be one. Anything else is silly. It sure is. It sure is. And all I'm gonna say is all them microphones Kenya done had in her, I sure hope she was collecting money. If you're gonna be fornicating and endangering your mortal soul, the least you can do is take up a collection. Hey, Shelves. Say she probably gonna spend it like I didn't make them or put them up. Oh no, you put them up. You put them up. I'm finna show y'all some pictures in a minute. Antoinette said, what was the point of this? Kenya, 53 years old. Show is. And doing stuff like that. Yep, lower than a pregnant snake's belly. This is lower than hell's basement. So I bet the girl came on the show. A child by. Ain't a name nobody should call you should make you show no pictures of no girl committing no type of sex act. No ma'am. No sir. No ma'am. No ham. No turkey. Absolutely not. Hey Divine, say it's so true about Kenya. This is gutter behavior. Straight gutter trash behavior. Yeah, and she raising a little girl. That's the part that's scary. Okay, I see the ones. So y'all heard them say, that's a penis. Okay. So that debunks. Okay, Virgo Gale say that was Portia's voice. It probably was Portia saying that's a ding-a-ling. When I tell you, ain't no excuse for this. Hey Brenda, welcome. Y'all, if it's anybody here, if it's your first time live, please let us know. Say first time live at FTL in the chat so we can welcome you. Riri say Freddie stay messy and invited to the party. Oh yes, because all the who's who in Negro Atlanta society want their pictures of the events and different special moments photographed by Freddie the messiest man in the Atlanta metro area. Yeah, it don't matter if a word hurt, then you use your words. Any words you say, I'm going to say a word back. What I'm not going to do is post pictures of any woman in the midst of a sex act. Like there's no excuse for that. There's nothing you can ever do or say that will ever excuse that. That is trash behavior. And that shows that she's a trash human being. And that's who she is. Riri say, I heard both, and it was another lady. They said it's in her mouth. Hey, I mean, to be honest, Andrew, now I ain't trying to be funny. I know I'm saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, but I can recognize the penis. So, are we dragging or not? Are we dragging or not? Because every woman in this room know what a penis look like. How did you think we became mothers? How did you think we became mothers? Mm-mm. We don't play them games around here. You know that. Amazon Goddess. This your first time live? Welcome, welcome, and isn't she lovely? Look at her complexion, honey, clear skin. Okay, she's pretty. Hey, sis, welcome. Y'all know I be so tickled when pretty ladies find their way to the porch. I'm always so tickled. Y'all, listen, spam the chat with welcome, please. Don't make me remind you to spam the chat with welcome, 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 welcome. Aries Diva says shameful, and she has a daughter. If somebody did that to her, she'd be ready to go to court. Listen, you got to be careful because the dirt you do sometimes come back on your children. You got to be more careful. Couture Bay say no excuse for doing something so low at 53. Thank you. At 23, I could say, baby, you ain't learned no better. At 53, girl. Antoinette say Brittany need to post pictures of Kenya's original teeth, nose, chin, and pancake booty. Devil, the number you are calling is unavailable. Devil, the number you are calling is unavailable. Wanda Singleton, welcome. Hey, we got another sister, y'all. Keep spamming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This time it's for Wanda. Welcome, Wanda. We glad to have you. Y'all, you and Amazon Goddess, y'all are new technically one time. When you come back, you family. So we might have to, have you help us out welcoming somebody else next time, okay? All right. Hey, Lisa, first time subscriber. We have another one. Lisa, welcome, 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 welcome. Spam it again. And I'll tell you the same thing, honey. You are new one time only. When you come back, you are officially family. Please take off your shoes, get you a cold drink, and just join right in because you are welcome. And I promise you, ain't nobody here gonna mistreat you. That's for any of you ladies. Y'all are more than welcome. At my house is your house, okay? My sister Renee here. Yes, welcome to Amazon Goddess, honey. We glad to have you. Yes. So this actually went down. This actually went down. All right. Breach, hey Breach. She said Ken said Brittany mocked her about not being able to get people in her salon, but this tactic isn't going to drive customers there either. If that is true, I heard something different. But even if this is what she said was her reasoning for doing so, thin and flimsy. First of all, even if the girl said that, she wouldn't have been the first person. There are people who have platforms on YouTube and different social media platforms that have gone there in person to show that the place wasn't even open. There are other stylists that were working with her that have been talking about her. The place is never open. They don't do a great job. People are saying it's only open when it's time to do an event. And y'all know, those of you who were here last season, is even after she did the interview with Carlos King, I told y'all I had high hopes for Kenya. And I really was calling Bravo on the carpet because I felt like they weren't giving her salon enough attention. I felt like give her an opportunity to show another side of her life. Like, and y'all know, those of you who were here, if y'all remember, put a 3 in the chat, okay? I spoke up for that because I felt like she has every right to build a business like everybody else who comes on these shows. Use the platform, build a business, all that good stuff. Y'all know I love to see a black woman make money. Y'all know I love seeing a black woman make money. I'm telling you. I love it like I love going to church on third Sunday. I love it. But there's no reason why somebody talking about the state of your business or the lack thereof is you, so your response is to show a picture of them engaged in a sex act at 53. At 53, your reasoning. At 53, your reasoning, your mind told you. At 53, that's the response. Hey, Tara Hill, at 53. I'm sorry, that something about that just doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. No, that is not her original nose. I don't know about her teeth, but that is not her nose, Andrew Mack. I'm gonna have to ask you to go back and look at her original beauty pageant pictures. That is not the same nose, and she did not always have that lopsided booty. She did not have that lopsided booty back there that looks like apple or eba or fufu. She didn't always have that. I'm just saying. Like, we gonna tell the truth around here and shame the devil, amen. That girl did not always have that lopsided booty. We got to tell the truth sometime, all the time. It's always acceptable. It's always in order. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I don't personally feel like Brit needs to do that either. Like, don't respond with that. Don't do that. First off, everybody already know. Everybody already seen what Kenya looked like. We seen the original and then the the revised version. And y'all know I don't drag people about getting their nose and stuff done because that's your body. You have a right to do whatever you need to do to feel beautiful. I don't believe in trying to bother nobody. Ooh, you got this done. You got it done. Fine. Now, we might mention that foo behind Kenya because it's kind of, it ain't it, it didn't settle right or something. But at the end of the day, that's her body. And back then, when people was getting that stuff done, they didn't have the technology they have now. They didn't have the Brazilian butt lifts and all that. Them people was getting implants and stuff. And sometimes that didn't go right, and sometimes they got shots, and sometimes that didn't go right. So y'all know me. I'm not really big on picking with women for doing what they need to do to feel beautiful, because the world ain't fair, and sometimes, not sometimes, 100% of the time, with women, we are judged, mocked, and everything based on beauty and other people's perception of our beauty. So I'm not knocking her for getting her nose done, but we ain't finna sit up here and lie about it either. So I would not approve of Brittany trying to embarrass her by saying, "Ooh, Kenya, here go your real nose, and here go the one you got fixed on." If that's what she needed to do to feel, more secure, more happy, whatever, that's her body. You know what I'm saying? So I hope Brittany doesn't stoop to that, because that wouldn't be cool either. Lady Blue say Kenya required attendees to sign an NDA so her nastiness would not be revealed. I heard about the NDAs. I did. But somebody lied talking about she didn't show no pictures. So let me show y'all what I'm finna show y'all next. Wait a minute. So there was a picture of the poster boards, and it was one in front that said insurance fraud hoe. Like, she really went all the way back to the ghetto that she comes from. Couture Bay say Brit is a businesswoman, a successful one at that. Well, I don't know about pushing it that far, honey. Y'all know I don't believe I can't. I'm gonna tell the truth at all times. That's all I'm gonna say. Shelf say she trying to go back to season 5 and 6. Kenya so nasty, so rude. So trashy, so gutter. Brenda Galliard, is that Gillard? Please tell me if I'm saying your name wrong. Brenda Gaylard. Say criminally charge her and sue her for that shop and everything else. Britt has a business rep outside of this new Bravo stuff. Kenya could handle new, beautiful, successful 36-year-old. She couldn't handle that. I mean, I can believe that too. I can believe that. I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. This may be an unpopular opinion. People like those. Okay, Couture Bay say yes, I was too. So she know that I really was like, I was really championing her side. Like, let this girl show her business. Allow her to build her brand. Don't pigeonhole her where she always has to like do the bidding of production, say nasty stuff, and then you vilify her for doing what y'all ask her to do. That's really how I felt, and I still feel that way. But I just don't like the way she moved on this one. This is so far in the gutter, it's irredeemable. Trey Game and Fish, hey, say, let's be clear. She is the same one who tried to shame Portia with Bolo Gate, so this doesn't surprise me. It's not surprising, especially since that Bolo crap was fake and they knew it. But I've forgiven them because I feel like they were scrambling. They were scrambling for a storyline that season. Matt, we nobody said she wasn't beautiful. The girl was drop dead gorgeous. She's the one who didn't like her nose. None of us had a problem with her nose. I was alive back then, full grown, live. Nobody anywhere was saying, "Gee, what a pretty girl." I sure hope she hacks part of her nose off. Cut the crap. People can tell the truth without pretending like something else is not also true. She was a beautiful girl. She's still beautiful. She's just evil and nasty and ghetto and trifling and low class. Nobody ever said she wasn't beautiful. Her figure was fine. She's the one who decided she needed a bigger behind. Because, see, back then, wasn't nobody bothering girls about not having that. She decided. Nobody made her do that. The rest of us thought that she looked just nice, slender and svelte. She looked real. I mean, she might not have been classy, but she looked real classy to me. We didn't see nothing wrong with her. I don't think any of us back then told her, "Ooh, girl, your butt too flat. Ooh, girl, your nose too wide." Ain't none of us said that to her. Don't put that on us. What the hell? Lady Blue say, not her nose, teeth, and hair. Well, I don't know what happened to that hair. She started selling hair care, the next thing you know, she wearing wigs. So I don't know. Say, look at the movie Waiting to Exhale. Kenya had a small nose in that scene at the New Year's Eve party. Yep, but go back to the beauty pageant. That's what I said. I ain't said nothing about Waiting to Exhale. Hell, I didn't even know she was in that movie. Every movie she was in, she ran through like the Flash. I couldn't tell you she was in them. Only thing I really remember her on was In the House. I think I seen her on there, and I've seen her on Martin. But go back to that beauty pageant and tell me that's the same goddamn nose. Bree say, so she been paying rent every month for an unopened salon. Right. She might as well keep it open and hope for a customer to come. And then she gonna need to do better services because people is talking about her. People talking about her. That's why I'm like, even if, and I'm gonna say if, big if, because we know Kenya will misplace the truth. If the girl says something about her salon and can't get people to come in or something like that, then it comes down to, if she said it, that is it nice? No, that's not nice. But that's also not the first person to say that to you, Kenya. Hey, Ann Grace, thank you for being like number 138. She's not the first person to say that. People have been ridiculing you all online. And you know what else? You know how I know? Because my inbox stay lit up. People send me stuff all the time that I do not report on. There's been several people to give me information on her salon not being open. I've heard several reports of people complaining about the fact that it's only open when she's doing events. I've had reports of people trying to get appointments and stuff just so they could get inside, and it was no way to even get in there because it was closed. So it's not like people ain't been talking about you. People been talking about what nobody coming in there. How does that equate to showing a woman in the middle of a sex act to a crowd of people? Why you yelling about she a escort and $1,400 and it, girl? Listen, if you want to use your words, use your words. It's trashy, but it's on brand for her. She say you couldn't get nobody in your business. You were escort for $1,400 and Snapchatting pictures of your privates. Use your words. Why did we need the posters? Oh, Darkest Bar say I just got burnt by some bacon grease, and that's less painful than the whole situation. Bab say there's plenty that Brittany could say to Kenya without going in on her body. Yeah, there's no reason to go in on her body. Let's not do that. We don't have to convince you, baby. Google is free. Help yourself. Y'all know me. I ain't here to convince nobody. That's for Bible study. Kitten Brave. Hi, welcome. Say if Ken did this, it gives Mark custody ammo. Now, Kitten Brave, welcome. But are you? If this your first time, please let us know so we can welcome you. But yeah, a few of y'all have said this. I do not want to believe, and I don't want to give any energy to the idea for this man to take this woman's child. That is her child. She been raising that baby, I believe, mostly by herself. Now, I'm not gonna say that he ain't helped out or popped up or whatever because I don't know their business, but I believe that Kenya's a very good mother, regardless of her trashy behavior. You say Antoinette is acting like she ain't never been beautiful. Oh, okay. Well, I can't speak to that. I can't speak to that. But y'all be nice in the comments. And Grace said you can be a physically beautiful person, but nasty. That's true. That's true. In the Bible, I think they said that Jezebel was nice looking. hmm So you can be nice looking and have a bad personality. Yep, them scuffed church shoes. Hey T to the fourth power. Thank you for being 139. Lisa says that why Mark left. I don't know. I believe that he had fulfilled his contract, but that's just what I think. Say so true. We wasn't thinking about that back then. We sure wasn't. We wasn't thinking like that back then. She did, and she ran through like the flash. Half the stuff she said, I was in this, I was in that. I had to go back to look because I had never seen the heifer. Okay, Tara Hill says she's seen in Jamie Foxx show recently watching throwbacks. Okay, and then you recognized it was her because at the time we girl. Yeah, that behavior don't warrant what she did. It don't warrant that. That's right. The number you are calling is wait, Demon Kenya. The number you are calling is not available. Why she got no? She was supposed to tell the demon that the number they was calling wasn't available. That way, Sapper. She supposed to say, "Devil, the number you are calling is unavailable." Yes, that's all she had to do. Um, Wait a minute. Hold on. Y'all know my sister on the phone got stuff to say. And my Brandon Martin is back. Brandon, I miss you. Brandon, thank you for the super chat. He say, hey Nitra, good afternoon, Royal family. Been watching the replays, nursing school. Woo! And work being so busy. You had me LOL so hard listening to your narration of the Kenya open mic karaoke fiasco. Yes. Thank you for being like number 135 and thank you for the super chat. Sabra, thank you for being 142. So let me tell y'all what my sister on the phone said, and then we got to pull up these pictures, okay? We got to pull up the pictures. Hey, cool gamer, glad you're here. Make sure you hit the like button, okay? Shelv says Mark is looking for a reason to take her back to court. I sure hope he don't get it. I don't want him to take that woman's child. Y'all know I can't support that. I know I don't like her. I know she nasty, all them things. I agree. But she is a good mama from everything we can see. And I don't want that man to bother her child. My DT is here. Hey, boop, boop. That's right. Now, y'all like this video, like this video, like this video. So my sister on the phone has said, she said, go back to the Hustler magazine spread. Didn't we find out she did Hustler? I didn't remember that. I'll have to go look. Y'all, Kitten Brave says it's her first time here. It's her first time live. Y'all, please make sure you spam the chat with welcome for Kitten Brave. Okay? Okay. So, she said the same exercise. Wait. Ain't nobody said nothing that serious about Spa None. And she said, well, if she goes to Camp RHONJ, the baby has to go somewhere. The picture situation is kind of serious. Yeah, it is kind of serious. So let me pull up this picture. Let me make sure I have both pictures queued up. I don't know if she did Hustler. I got to look into it. If she did, let me be honest and let me be very clear. I don't have a problem with that. I just want to be clear. Now, I would not do it. Bless the Lord. But I don't have a problem with that. If you want to do Hustler or any of those things, you grown. You understand? Everybody has free will. If God don't take your free will, who the hell am I? I'm not telling you what you can and can't do. Okay, so I'm just being honest. I personally have no problem with y'all, even in here. If y'all say, Nitra, I'm going to do Hustler next month, I'm gonna say, well, God bless you, baby. Hey, Gaby, thank you for being number 148. So I don't have nothing to do with that. I ain't knocking it. I ain't knocking it. Max said, thanks, Shanitra, for being fair. I don't know why anyone would want Mark to take that woman's child away. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm never going to support no man taking somebody's baby. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That girl is a good mama. Period. Not good mama, but not good mama, and not good mama, comma, good mama, period. She's a good mama, period. So her behavior, her attitude, her character may leave much to be desired. But yeah, we over here, we don't really attack people on their motherhood unless I can see that you like are overtly doing something that's horrible. You know, you would really have to be doing something really horrible for me to be okay with people, attacking your motherhood. Babs say, I don't care if she did Hustler, just if you did, shaming women for sex work is weird. That's why I think it's weird, because we all know she was very liberated with her body, which it is her body, it's her right. Y'all know some of my best friends is hoes. So I don't have a problem with that. But it does look, as you say, weird. You trying to shame somebody else for doing the exact same things that you've done and may still do. I hope you don't still do it at 53, but if so, well, God bless you. DT says she's a dedicated mother, but lady, fix your driveway, please. Yeah, that driveway is a hazard. Her and Giselle both, they believe in having driveways that'll take you out. Okay, they will get you up out of here. All right. So let me make sure I got everything pulled in. There we go. All right, so I'm going to pull up this picture. It's a couple of pictures I want y'all to take a look at, right? Because, by the time people start lying, then I feel like we don't have a choice but to debunk the lies. Okay? We got to debunk them. Oh, sis said it wasn't Hustler, it was Smooth. Well, I mean, she did double XL, so I could see her doing Smooth. Mm-hmm. With her butt turned to the camera. All the pictures had her butt turned to the camera. My sister just sent me a collage of some of her greatest hits in the men's magazines. They say some of my best friends is hoes. Some of my best friends is hoes. I'm from Ocala. I'm proud of my home. I'm proud of where I come from. Gaby say, I agree, Nitra. Attacking someone's motherhood is a cheap shot. From what we've seen, she's been nothing but an excellent mother. Nothing but. Rita P, thank you for being 151. Hey, Tracy Williams. Oh, Lord, what a pretty girl. She say hello from Detroit. Well, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all spam the chat. Tell Tracy welcome, because I know you knew. I would have remembered this face. Oh, this child is pretty. Oh, okay. How you doing, sis? Good to see you. Say, yeah, her slip showing, like my grandma would say. Yes, it's hanging. It's hanging. So let me share these pictures. Hold on. Let me get them pulled up. I just hate that we got to go through and debunk people trying to, like, you can, anybody, I don't care who you are, online, whatever. You can like somebody. Don't try to lie for them, because we only going to go find the proof and get down to it. First, the lie was Brittany wasn't even there. Freddie O came and blew that out the water with the video and still shots and stuff, that the girl was indeed very much there. When they didn't bring no posters, it was even one person had the nerve to come online talking about well, I was there, but she absolutely, there wasn't no posters. Something was there. And we finna take a look at that. E. Davis, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. I'd be so happy. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I see the welcomes in the chat. I don't see enough welcomes though. Where the rest of the welcomes? Tracy Williams graced us with her presence And I need y'all to say welcome. Tracy, we appreciate you here. You only knew once. Next time you family, and we're gonna need you to do some heavy lifting and help us welcome some folks too. Okay? All right. So let's see. Oh, Max said another Detroit beauty like Kenya. I know that's right. There you go. Compliments, sweet words. That's what we do around here. Let's keep it sweet. We talk about them people we love on each other. That's a different type of thing. Now I see the welcomes rolling in. I love it. Okay, so let's share this screen and take a little look see at what we got here. Hold on. All right, here it is. Okay, so let's share the screen. Let's go. Hey, Tiffany GT. She said maybe Kenya showed it just to the cast and not to the other people. That's a possibility. While that would be disgusting as well, I would prefer that than her showing it to all them strange men and different stuff in the room. Like that, y'all don't know that disturbed my spirit. That one really did. So I pray that worst case scenario, hopefully that's all she did. Not all as in that minimizes it because it doesn't, but hopefully that's all she did. Okay, so here's the picture of the poster. So the front poster says insurance fraud hoe. So we gonna go ahead. That Key Marie, I agree. Our children do mimic our behavior. I pray the baby doesn't pick up the nastiness. I pray that too. I really do. To be honest, I pray that, somewhere during the course, ooh, try to get comfortable. Somewhere during the course of her raising that baby, that she has a change of heart, a change of mind. Hopefully, she find the Lord and just stop some of this stuff she doing. Oh, you welcome, Tracy Williams. We're so happy to have you. So this is a picture of this poster that she put up. Okay, now we know it's her. We know it's her because let me make this a little bit bigger. We know it's hers because nobody else is going to be tacky enough to make it insurance fraud whole, and then some cutouts that she done taped to it. She did this. Ain't nobody just dropped this off at her venue. Kenya did this, okay? So there are absolutely poster boards, absolutely. Now, this is the part that I want y'all to see, okay? I zoomed in on the side. The side of this is important. Hey, DH. I'm gonna try to let me try to zoom in a little bit better on this because I want y'all to really see this. Not so much the front sheet, but look back here. Those are pictures taped to this board. So the people trying to lie for her, oh, she didn't have no posters. The girl wasn't there. She didn't do it. Baby, she did it. The poster boards were indeed there. They're actually that these are pictures taped to this next board. So it looks like, thank God, it was only one board with pictures. It was one calling her an insurance fraud hole with some stuff on it. And then these pictures back here, the next board has pictures taped to it. And according to the audio, which we gonna play again, just to be fair, and let because I know some people came in a little bit later, and that way we can hear what was said about what was on the pictures. Because the audio does give us some insight into what pictures are taped back here. Now there's some words too, so maybe she's got some text messages or something because it sounded like Kenya said somebody on IG on Instagram. I'm assuming IG is Instagram put her on blast. But the audio gives us some idea as to what these pictures were. Now I'm gonna pray that these were the only two poster boards, because this is bad enough, honestly. But yeah, Kenya did this. Like, there's no way out of it. There's no way to dress it up. Kenya did this. And to say I'm disappointed is the understatement of the millennia. As little and as low as I thought of her, I didn't think she would do this one. Um, Now my sister on the phone says she don't care about, I guess, the pictures and stuff. She said, but she act like she been walking on water since Miss USA. I'm sick of her. She's a hater. Let it go. She says, is Kenya okay? In 2024, did she really think people were gonna be on board with this? I don't know. Sis, I honestly don't know. I can't in my mind, in my right thinking mind, imagine that she thought on any planet that people were going to justify this behavior. So y'all, we're gonna play this audio again, and y'all listen in real good and see if you can pick out anything else. Because when we just listened to it here together, that was my first time hearing somebody say, "Is that's a penis or is that a penis?" So clearly, she gives the people in the background are giving said pictures. Okay, so like I said, go ahead and get your sound turned all the way up. If y'all were not here earlier when we played the sound, we show about to play it again, honey. So go ahead and get ready. Let me share the screen. Let's get into it one more good time. I'm gonna tell y'all what's real shocking while I get this pulled up. What's shocking to me is the amount of people who are smiling and grinning and kikiing reporting this. I know a lot of people don't like Kenya. I'm one of those people, right? And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is a gotcha moment. Like, you did something bad, we got you. Like, you did the rights, we got you. You did this. This is really bad." And while it may prove as proof of sorts to her character, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see anything funny about this. I don't. I take no joy, no glee, or anything in it. Like, I try to keep it light. That's why I will try to use my euphemisms rather than using the words that maybe the people involved are using. But this ain't funny, y'all. I'm just telling you, this ain't funny. And this is definitely a case of devil. The number you are calling is unavailable. Can you, next time Satan call your phone, block the number? Put him on do not disturb. Put him on a block list. Change your number. Okay. Next time Satan call you, not available. Okay. Brandon Martin, what you say? Nitra, I 100% agree that Kenya will hopefully be delivered. My grandmother was right when she said a person is lost in the world without Christ in their life. It's true. Yeah, T to the fourth power. This ain't funny at all. It's not funny at all. Mm-mm. This is unfortunate, and I'm gonna talk about it. Let me let y'all hear this audio again, and we're gonna pick through it. Y'all listen as hard as you can. Let's make sure that we're not missing anything, because like I said, that's a penis line. I didn't hear that when I first listened to it by myself, so we may well pick up something else too. So let's go. Turn your sound up. Get everything else quiet in the house, because y'all know this is not the best audio, but let's do what we can with it. I'm gonna start it at the very beginning, because we might miss something even from the beginning when I thought there was no real sound. We might catch something. So y'all turn your sound up and let's go.
You are paying for all contacts. Brittany does escort. Yes, you are paying for all contacts. Brittany does escort. There's an IT who put her emails out on flash. She charges $1,400 for appointment. You not only a hoe, you a chick. You are you all cover the magazines, being a side. I'm on cover the magazine. You all of those. Oh yes. Okay. You over here on Snapchat. Your Gotti was like Snapchat me that pussy and you did.
So Yeah, I didn't hear anything new. Um, we did hear what was on at least one of the pictures. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. Okay, I personally feel and believe that like I said, while people are like, "Oh, this is a gotcha moment on Kenya," it is to a certain degree because some people really needed to see just how evil and vile she is, and why it's not good to support people who behave that way. And some people still don't see it. I guess some people think this behavior is okay, and that's unfortunate. To borrow from Lil Candace, hey Angie girl, thank you for being 169. Right, Darkest Bari. That's a very good point that Darkest Bari just made, which was she was literally talking directly to Brittany. So that's for the people saying, "Oh, she wasn't there." She was clearly talking directly to her. It wasn't earful. G Sawyer, that is not activated. That's not activated. That's degraded. She degraded herself. She, in the process of trying to degrade another woman, she really degraded herself. Yep, JP, that was somebody yelling that. So that's what they saw in the picture, right? Tara Hill say, "Okay, Seanitra, what skincare routine do you use because your skin is glowing?" You know what? I've used Dermalogica for years. Um, I use, oh man, my mind is so bad. So I use this one brand called Ona. It's like a skin tightening serum. I use it here and there, not often, but here and there. Um, there's a vitamin C serum that I use for hyperpigmentation because I got that from my mama. Like the side of my cheeks can get a little dark. Um, Nothing real fancy. I started using Dermalogica when I first had Peanut, my oldest baby, but nothing fancy. Mm-mm. You know, the other thing I do is I don't wear makeup. So that's what you do. If you want to like keep your skin clear, don't put on makeup. It'll, I'm just saying. My mother told us that when we were young. She said, if you start doing that every day, you're going to need to do it every day. So I listened to mama and I still got my skin. But thank you. So this is my thoughts, right? As a matter of fact, let me put the stream yard because after seeing this type of stuff, y'all got thoughts and I want you to be able to express yourself. G Sawyer, that's not nice. That's not nice to say. Sabra Hardy, thank you for the super sticker. Especially after somebody tried to degrade that woman. It's not cool. But listen, like I said, aside from the gotcha moment, I feel like this is one of those moments where black women, we lost. Like we gotta take this L. Black women, we have to take this L. We have to take this L because this doesn't make any of us look good. This does not make any of us look honorable. It doesn't make any of us look like we have any integrity or that we have morals or values when we have people that are in the forefront who, whether we like it or not, represent us in the culture, who are willing to do such things. It doesn't make us look good. Okay? Oh, Bap is here. Hi. Hey, Bap.
Hey, I had to take myself off of off of mute. But yeah, this
All
whole thing
right.
is just it's disgusting. Like I don't look at it as a gotcha moment or anything for Kenya. I'm just disturbed by it to be honest, because it's like is you want that RHOA checks that bad that you're willing to degrade another woman
Like,
that badly?
yeah, and I think to a certain degree, like as sisters, we got to be honest with ourselves. Do we have a bottom? And what I
Right.
mean by that, I don't care how upset you are at somebody. How low is too low? How
Like
low
what could
before
she have said?
there's rumors about things being said that hurt her feelings or upset her. But as a black woman, there's absolutely nothing that can be said to me that's going to make me then degrade myself. Because make
Right.
no mistake about it, if you are willing to do something like this to degrade another black woman, you have literally degraded yourself. In the process of trying to humiliate Brittany, she humiliated herself. Now the question is she self-aware or intelligent enough to know that?
I
That's
doubt
the
it.
question. Hey DT.
Hey Bob, hey Seanitra, hey Royal
Hey boo.
Family. How are we
Okay.
all?
We're good.
No,
But
this is
this is
this.
this is the other
Oh,
thing.
sorry.
No, you're all right, baby. This is the other thing. Something else horrible happened yesterday. So apparently somebody used artificial intelligence to make a fake cornucopia video. Y'all know I use cornucopia for the P word, right? A fake cornucopia video of little Megan Pete, Megan the Stallion, little Megan Pete. And I sat there and I'm like, with all of this happening, when did we get to a point where it was okay to sexually degrade our sisters? When did we get there? Why
But
are
the
why is there even a small segment of our community that thinks that this is okay?
and the reaction to it is so disturbing because you have people like, oh well, she's always a victim. Why is she crying? I'm like, do you realize what just got
Not
done to this
making
young
her a
woman?
victim. Like, do you realize doing stuff, committing acts of offense against somebody makes them a victim? If you don't want them to be a victim, stop victimizing them.
You know,
Don't
I'm
victimize the person. That's like saying, I'm gonna beat you in the head with a rock, but you always over there bleeding. Hey Dolce, you get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, I'm almost 10 years older than Meg. So I'm the way I look at her still as being very, very young, right? And I see this young lady and she done got shot. They putting out fake videos of her. They have all this fake information about her. And y'all talking about she's a victim. Yes,
But
she's
not
a victim. Y'all are hurting
but not
her.
right. But this is the thing. I don't want to go off on that too much. I leave that for my precious niece Couture Bay. Follow her channel. Everybody in this chat, let me put her name here because I want y'all to go and follow her chat. Now, every now and then, y'all know I will, because I'm not afraid of any topic, honestly. Um, I'll broach any topic, but I leave that kind of for the young people because they kind of get into it a lot more than me. This is the channel
Okay.
you need to follow. Couture Bay, my beautiful little niece. She covers the young people stuff, the music stuff.
Yes,
But
she's great.
she's awesome. So y'all, please, everybody here, make sure y'all are following Couture Bay. Um, but I only mentioned Megan to draw attention to a bigger issue. The bigger issue is we have become far too comfortable degrading black women. I'm
Right.
not okay. And it is a slippery slope. Once you accept that in any dose, you are opening the door for a floodgate. I said it when Mia Thornton was on RHOP and she was able to lie and say that that Wendy Osefo showed her vagina and she was able to, that they was hunching on each other. Like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no
But all
ma'am,
people have to say is Wendy needs to be stronger. No, Mia needs to
no.
stop lying.
Let me tell you something. And this is not just for Wendy, this is for my sisters in general. Black women do not need to be stronger. We are not government mules. We are not here for people to degrade, harass, attack, harangue, offend, assault. We are unavailable. Okay? Satan, the number you calling is unavailable. Okay? We are not available for abuse of any kind. We are not available for degradation. And I don't care who's doing it. I don't care if it's a non black woman like that large Hispanic gentleman, Mia Thornton. I don't care if it is, fans of that crazy woman with the pink wig doing this to Megan. I don't care if it's Kenya Moore, who herself is another black woman that should have had more pride, integrity, and morality to do that to a sister in a public place, room full of men, women, and everybody else.
And at 53 years old, so you done
At
did
50,
enough living to see people do that to you repeatedly. Why do this to another black woman?
because child, that's a rabbit hole right there. You dealing with somebody who wrestles with anti-blackness every day. Kenya Moore. Dolce Delicious, thank you for the super sticker, sis. I appreciate it. I do. Amethyst Renee says, unfortunately, black women have been sexualized by the clears. Black men and same and some sexualize themselves. Yet it doesn't make it right, and change has to start somewhere. Absolutely, absolutely, I agree. Sabra says, really satisfied, happy, fulfilled women don't dox women or slut shame ladies before. Girl, this ain't even about that. This ain't about that. This is about the fact that she wanted to humiliate and degrade another black woman in a public setting on a public platform. Antoinette, I pray there were no children there. I want to believe in my spirit that there were no children. I want to believe that, and I'm gonna believe that until somebody show me different. DT, what's your opinion on this? I know you popped up to tell us something.
Well, I actually no, I agree with what everybody's saying on here. It's really disgusting. It's absolutely horrendous to have this kind of dialogue happening in the actual show. And then on top of that, you've got in the recording itself talking about messages to do with, eating a certain private part. And then also you're talking about charging certain amount of money and calling her cheap. That's absolutely disgraceful and absolutely degrading. I don't understand why she thought it was a good idea to talk about this.
Yeah, the words were really gutter, and I agree with you on that. Like, I don't know why we would use those words. Okay, but if I'm being honest, DT, I could have lived with the words. I would not have liked them. Like, don't get me wrong. Please understand. I would not have liked those words, but I could have lived with those words over you bringing pictures, ma'am.
And then she's kind of
Exactly.
hustling backwards too,
Exactly.
because what if
Exactly.
RHOA decides not to air this? Then
Hmm.
her whole event isn't broadcast.
That's true too. And
And
then
the
what if they decide to deal with her because of the backlash that they're getting? What if your salon hasn't taken off yet? I know the hair care line is doing pretty good. I think it's doing pretty good. I want to think so. I know she's in Sally, and I think she's in. I heard she was in Walgreens and some of the WalMarts. So that's doing good. But you still need this check. It's a decent check. Dolce say, and they all say Kenya would change after having a daughter, but she hasn't. Dolce, I thought she would change, and to be honest, right after she had Brooklyn, she did for a little while seem like she was different a little.
Yeah,
Am
she
I
did.
am I
She
reaching?
did.
Yeah, she seemed like she matured.
No, 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 you're not lying. She actually gave the impression that she had changed after having Brooklyn and that she was looking to be more mature and that Brooklyn gave her that sense of motivation to become more mature as a woman. But it is
It's
still very
true.
clear that she has not. And
It's
then on
true.
top of that, and then, there's also on top of that, the fact, as you had mentioned, Seanitra, the fact that she was willing to bring pictures and not just any type of pictures of her
Explicit.
doing the act, very explicit pictures.
It was a
It's
lot.
absolutely wrong.
Now, what do y'all think about what Darkest Bari just said? She says Martell said less to Kenya, and she was outraged. Just turn around and do this. Just to turn around and do this. Yeah, Martell said almost nothing, and y'all know I don't like him, but he said far less. And she
Yeah,
lost her cool, and she was screaming and cursing and acting like an idiot, trying to ruin Sonya's party that they had spent all that money on.
But
Mm,
it was
but you
about
know
her.
what?
right.
Exactly,
Anything that's not about her, she'll ruin it. But at this point, she's showing us even when it is about her, she'll ruin it.
exactly. But you know what? This is an example of what Nini said before about the show being declassified. This
Hmm.
is an example of what Nene was alluding to by when she was saying she is declassing the show.
Well, you remember DT Nene said that Kenya was going to be the demise of that show.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. And
This is
this proves.
this is so unfortunate.
And I've been thinking for a minute that because I really didn't watch the last season or the season before, to be honest, because I'm kind of tired of RHOA. But I've been like, has this show run its course? And it
I
seems
think
like she
so.
wants to go ahead and hurry that along.
It looks that way, y'all. It truly looks that way. To be honest, I'm at a loss for words. I'm truly at a loss for words. I hope it works out for her, because everybody need their money. I said the same thing about Robert Dixon. She got that mortgage. I know people were like not excited to hear that she was on Traders. I don't watch Traders, so I don't care. But she need that check, and I want her to have that check. I
Yeah,
want her to have
yeah,
that
she
check.
really needs she really needs the money.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I am. Once there's a child
Yeah,
in that house, I want a check in that house, because unfortunately women cannot count on men. It ain't nothing with no.
Definitely can't count on wine.
Yeah, you can't count on men. Period. You better not trust nobody but God. Angie
hmm
girl said, my question is this was her event. That means she approved of the pictures and videos, and so she knew what she was doing, and she didn't care. Nothing gets shown without approval, right? Yeah, this was her. This was absolutely her. This was not.
this is absolutely Kenya.
Yeah, this is her.
It was her voice saying all those nasty things to that woman, so it was all Kenya.
hmm Yeah,
Yep.
and this isn't the first time where she has purposefully done something declassy in the name of desperate attempts to make her look good. I mean,
Desperate
we saw
attempts for
this.
attention.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw her with the Cookie Girl fiasco. That's probably another example of her, doing. She's known for bringing people on that
Yeah, that was, but
she should
I
not
could
have.
still deal with that. Like it
Yeah,
was
exactly.
tacky, but it wasn't degrading. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like at
yeah, no, definitely, and
this
I
is
agree
this
with that.
this is too much. This too much. Brandon
I'm
says
about
that
to hop off.
don't go back. Brandon got a good question. Now you got to answer this one.
Okay.
You here for this? You got to stay for this one now, sis. Brandon say, do y'all think Andy would try to cover for Kenya just to spite Nene?
No, I think that Andy would try to cover for Kenya to save his show because you already have this narrative about the RHOA and RHLP being colorist and stuff like that, and Andy being racist. I don't think that he's going to want to broadcast a woman being sexually degraded like that because that's going to
No,
only further that narrative.
Yep.
Andy
Hey, you said what now?
Andy covers himself.
That's right.
Andy will throw it. Andy will throw anybody under the bus to save his own butt. So I don't think so, unless
Right.
it's going to personally, unless it's going to personally, destroy his reputation. Then he will
Uh-huh.
try and do something. But he's going to throw Kenya under the bus.
Okay, what y'all think about this? Dolce say she think that it's possible that the whole scene might not get shown. What happens
Yeah, that's
then?
what I was saying. I agree.
Well,
I think
if
they
they
just
don't
aren't going to show it.
not about if they don't show the scene at all, what happens then? What's your prediction?
They're going to have a talk about it on the reunion, and they're going to have people talk. They're probably going to stage a scene, or they're probably staging a scene right now where people discuss what happened. They can talk around it, and it's going to be something where they basically kind of like y'all were saying, throw Kenya under the bus, and she might not appear for the rest of the season.
Oh, okay, that's a thought. Okay, DT, same thing. Do you think they're gonna air this episode at all? And if they don't, what happens next? Hey, Vintage.
Hmm. That's a good question because part of me wants to agree and say they won't air the scene at all, but also part of me is like they're gonna be very petty and air it anyway because they'll try and be like, oh, we're just airing this because everybody's talking about it. So part of
Mm.
I'm on the fence with
Either way, they're gonna
that
try to
question.
capitalize on it because
Exactly.
both the
Exactly.
franchises are business, so it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Zaleen mentions Andy's lawsuits. Do you think he's gonna try to distance himself from Kenya to save his own neck because he got lawsuits of a sexual nature?
Always.
Always.
Mm,
Because one thing Andy's always gonna do is save his own neck.
Yeah,
that's
Andy is
true.
not an unintelligent man. He definitely is not going to continue to attach himself towards a sinking ship. No way.
Ooh. Dolce say they not gonna air it. She said they gonna treat it like they did Giselle's outburst at that reunion where she was dropping all them F bombs. Okay, I see a lot of people saying they not gonna show this scene. So now let me ask Bap, you and DT and everybody in the chat too. Do y'all think that we gonna get a reunion this year? Because you know they canceled at New Jersey's reunion. Do you think we're gonna get a reunion after this year?
Definitely. It's way too many viewers for the RHOA reunion for them to not show it.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
I was wondering.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure because if we're looking at, if we're looking at past,
Mm-hmm.
with what's it? New Jersey didn't have a reunion. New York didn't have a reunion because when Luann, the flamingo
Because of
looking
problematic
man,
stuff.
yeah, and Hormona tried to come for Ebony, that made them not have a reunion. The New Jersey Housewives not having reunions, so I'm not too sure. This could get way too big to the point where they could just be like, let's not have a reunion this year. Because if you're familiar with the Auckland Housewives, um, one of the Clear Housewives, her name was Julia, called
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, who was one of the Black Housewives, a boat
Mm-hmm.
in, a boat
Ooh.
inward, and
Ooh.
and that caused the Auckland Housewives to not have a reunion that year, and it was the first ever year that they
Yeah.
did it. So
That's what I was
I,
wondering.
yeah, so it could get, it probably could get too big to the point where they might be like, let's not have a reunion this year, or they could just still go ahead with it. I'm not too sure.
Okay. Now, Pris B, I want to address this. Britt says she says she don't own no pow pow. She says she never said nothing about bringing no pow pow. And the other publications that reported on this, including Page Six, they said that she was irate and security took her out. Nobody said she said that. So I'm not even really clear on how that story got started, but that was the original story that was out. And a lot of people wouldn't even report as to why she supposedly said that. They were just going to try to run with that to say that the girl, was threatening to use gun violence or, firearm violence. Excuse me for saying that word. But now we're hearing very little about it, and Brittany has said that she did not say that, and she does not own one. She claims that she's never been in a fight, and she doesn't even have a speeding ticket. So I don't know.
And
Dolce
she
said,
might have thrown out a few threats because somebody just sat there and showed a whole group of people pictures of her doing certain acts. So shoot, she probably said some stuff. Oh well.
mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, but
Now,
this is what I'm.
look what Reese said, y'all. Reese says she don't think Andy ever liked Kenya. What y'all think?
I don't look at Andy as liking or disliking the housewives really. Except for Giselle, I think
I
he really
don't.
liked her for some reason.
In all honesty, I don't think Andy likes any of the Atlanta Housewives. Full stop.
I don't know. He liked Portia. He liked Portia.
He capitalizes off of Portia. Portia
That,
is
He can
Portia
that's
is
control Portia.
definitely a
that's
cash
how.
cow.
Yep, that's who he liked. The people that's crowd favorites that make the money. He liked them. He loved him some Portia. Mm-hmm.
He love him some money.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly,
That's exactly
exactly.
my
He
point.
loves him some money.
Portia is synonymous with money for him. He love him some Portia. Now you get what I'm saying? But
Yep.
I kind of agree with Riri C. He when he talks to Kenya, it almost comes off like he's annoyed every time he talks to her. It
Yeah,
be
it's
I
like
would
very
probably
forced.
be annoyed talking to Kenya too, so I can't say nothing about that.
man, but he's supposed to be her superior on that job. So I don't really, you know what? Not a Riri said, I got to agree. I got to agree. He do act like he don't really, like he ain't got no energy for Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
None. Lord Cassie G says, y'all, Cassie say they gonna air it out and try to pretend to use it for a lesson like what happened on Love and Marriage Huntsville when Spice
Love and hip hop. That's Love and Hip Hop
Love and Hip
Miami.
Hop. Forgive me, baby. When Spice was called a monkey.
Okay.
You know what? They may try to do that and then, use Kenya as the poster child and drop her. Because that show, you right, that show what Mona Scott did to Erica Mena.
But when they aired it, they got a ton of backlash, and so they might not air it and still try to use it as one of those quote unquote lessons.
You know what? Because this by it being as big as it is and it going everywhere, um, to be honest, I don't think that Bravo can really hide it. I think they may show everything up to a certain point, like everybody getting ready, everybody showing up. Y'all know how they do, and then they'll like cut the camera and you let you hear a little commotion, and then put like the words on the screen. There was an incident we can't show or whatever like that. Maybe you think they might do it
Yeah,
that way?
they
Yeah,
might
that
they
sounds
might do a
more
Cynthia.
likely.
They might do
Mm.
with they might do what they did with Cynthia's wedding.
JP say the same thing. JP think Andy don't really like Kenya, and she might get reprimanded.
She might, because if you remember, she when she wore the Native American headdress, she got,
Ooh.
and everybody was calling her out over it. She immediately released a statement apologizing for it,
Yeah,
per
that was some
demanded by Bravo.
that was some trash stuff. She should have known better than to do that. Y'all, Venus Lacey says this is her first time. Venus, welcome. DT, tell Venus welcome.
Welcome, Venus.
Yes, welcome Venus, welcome, welcome. It's good to
Y'all
have
spam the chat.
have you here with us.
Okay. Listen, I don't know, y'all. Like at this point, y'all guess as good as mine. Normally I can kind of
They
like
true.
kind of telegraph it a little bit and tell you what I think is gonna happen. I don't have a clue on how this gonna go.
That sure. They sure were willing to demote Kenya when she had her little wedding without him. So without them. So who knows if they might demote her again? It is what it is.
Yeah, that's true. And they have fired Kenya
Yeah,
before. Um, I'm just not comfortable. Like this whole thing got me so uncomfortable, y'all. Like I'm really scrambling for words. Like at this point, I'm taking all questions because I feel like we may as well put our heads together and try to figure this out because I can't predict nothing. Not this time. I have no
And
prediction.
I was looking forward to, because I haven't watched RHOA the past couple seasons because it was boring to me. But I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
see Portia come back and kind of get her feet held to the fire about the stuff that happened with that lady's husband or whatever, you know. But this makes me less
Yeah,
likely to want to watch it.
girl, y'all tickle me talking about holding her feet to the fire about that. Girl, Brittany Edie
What's
is the one that helped her snitch on the girl and take the man. The man listened to the snitch and the girl was sleeping with the pool boy. So what we doing with Push?
and then the
But people
girl
still
was
gonna
also
talk about it
impregnated
though.
by by said pool boy.
Okay.
Let's also not
Well,
forget the most important
Now
part of
I
the
know they was
story.
both cheating on each other, but I'm
yeah,
just saying, it's going to be interesting TV.
I will say this. Okay. I feel as though with that whole situation with Portia, um, whatever they had planned for her is scratched. I said that a couple of, if not the yesterday, the day before, because once it came out that Brittany is Fallon's cousin, whatever they were going to try to do with that is not going to work. Um, Obviously, she and Portia are still on very good terms. Hey, the divine Miss M, thank you for being 177.
See, folks say
That's
Portia dumb, but she be playing chess.
Obviously. She's like an
If
idiot
there's one
survivor.
thing Portia's gonna do is play chess.
Well, if it's one thing she gonna do is play dumb.
Yeah.
But she and Britt appear to be fairly close to the extent that all reports are saying that when the girl was taken out by security because she was livid, that Portia left when the girl left.
Yes, I heard that, and I also heard that someone was saying that it may have been fraudulent. Was the one that sent her those pictures.
Well, that was us over here. We were trying to figure out how she got the pictures.
Yeah,
But now I'm less inclined to believe that. It could
me
be.
me
It's
too.
still, that theory could still be a good theory. But by Kenya saying somebody on Instagram blew you up and they blew up your email, like they showed your email or whatever. I guess they had her real email address. Virgo EJS says Portia does not trust Kenya, and she should not, because Kenya is not okay at all. But when she said somebody on Instagram blew it up, it's given maybe somebody sent her something in the inbox, or maybe the person who blew her up online that Kenya found, maybe they posted some stuff or told her where to find some stuff.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
still could still be Fallon though. Like, if we being honest, Fallon's still talking about she want to fight Portia and die, because that's clearly what's gonna happen if she take her little frail tail over there to Miss Cornbread Fed. Sabra
Exactly.
Hardy, hey girl.
Hi, how are you? My first time doing this.
All right. Well, sound off, girl. What is your opinion
I
about
distinctly
this
remember how
about our black women degrading other black women on television for pay? Like, what's your take on this?
I distinctly remember when she was shamed by Phaedra, when Phaedra falsely accused her of trying to flirt with Apollo Nida, and
But
how
she is
devastated Kenya was, and then she turns around and does it herself.
But now, hold on. I'm with you, because she did act like she was hurt. The only part that was false was him telling his wife that she was messaging him and saying she wanted to sing karaoke for him.
Oh,
That's
I
the
don't
only
know
thing.
why y'all use that word. I say fellatio.
But we don't do that over here.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we don't use those terms over here. This is a good Baptist porch. But she
We try
did
to be
flirt, and
creative.
we watched her flirt. Okay, but you're
Yeah,
right
she
in that
did.
Apollo actually lied on her. I know we love to blame other women, but Apollo lied on her, and so Phaedra took sides with her husband, as she should, because when you marry a man, the two become one. So she was supposed to be on his team no matter what, jump high, jump low. Okay. And you're right. Uh Kenya did look like she was so hurt by that. She was very, very hurt and affected by that. And I agree with you. For her to be hurt and affected by being degraded because that man told a lie on her, you would think she would be far more careful in how she handles other women, especially another sister. Hey, Ann Grace.
Hey, how are you?
Girl, I ain't heard your voice in over a year. How you been doing?
I know life has been life, and I became a caretaker for my brother, so life has been life. And
I'm so
um,
glad to hear you. You sound good. God bless you. What you think about all this?
oh God, there's so many thoughts. But number one, I'm very disappointed in Kenya. Not surprised, but disappointed. Just
Yeah.
to. Uh, we have enough issue as black women, and just to know that we would just hurt another, like degrade another black woman to that level, it's just, yeah, I'm very disappointed, especially when she likes to present herself as the most educated, she always presents herself like she has all the education, she doesn't need to do all these tactics because her words are so great. And then on top of all of that, so that is with that. But I do agree with the person who said that I truly believe Andy does not like Kenya. I also believe that. I feel that like in my gut. I just feel like he benefits from using her, or her trying to please him to use her, so to speak, to do the dirty work. But I don't think he likes Kenya at all.
Does anybody think that if Kenya had a meaningful relationship, a long term one, that she would be acting like this?
I don't
I
think that
think
has
the problems with Kenya are in Kenya.
Yeah.
don't think that has a
Yeah,
bearing on it
exactly.
at all. I don't think that has a bearing on it. I think
Yeah.
that I think that um, we put too much importance on whether a woman has a male partner or not.
Yep, that is true. You don't need a male partner to have the right kind of, you know what I'm saying? They always say she needs some sex, so she need a man if she's coming off the wrong way, and that's not always the case. Now her
And you
childhood
know,
trauma could have played a part to who she became, but not that.
I'm gonna tell you something else. I think that by putting that type of importance on there, it takes away from accountability.
Accountability. Yeah, I agree.
This is not a matter of you need an orgasm or you need attention from a male or you need the male gaze. This is
Yep.
about character.
And it's also why she put up with the level of BS and disrespect that she put up with that dude that she decided to marry because she felt like
Smart.
she needed somebody to make her whole. Yeah, I don't even like to say that dude's name. I don't like him.
Okay.
Happy and fulfilled women don't do that.
So let's call him code name Nose Ring. That Key Marie, thank you so much for the super chat. She says Kenya picks on people she perceives as weak. She does, and that
Yep.
is not a cool character trait at all.
Exactly.
At all. That's not
Weak
cool.
or less intelligent than she is as well.
Mm.
It's true.
As she
And what's
assumed.
sad
Yeah.
is, right. And what's sad is Kenya's not that intelligent. She comes off as
Thank
very.
you.
She's not well spoken. She's not articulate. This is the same woman that when they had the cash trip to Portugal, that idiot asked, "Is that in Spain?" So we're talking about someone with a modicum of intelligence who
She's
then
very
thinks,
surface because she chooses to be.
well,
Hmm.
I mean, being ignorant is always a choice, right? And I
Yes,
think that
ma'am.
what happens is that we those of us who are of the faith, we know that one ought not to think more of themselves than they are.
Right.
And she
And
thinks
she
far
does.
more of herself than she
Yes.
actually is.
That she does.
But yeah, just to circle back, I don't think that she needs to be in a meaningful relationship. I think that she needs to. I think
She
Kenya
need
needs to learn Kenya and be more solid in Kenya. That's it.
she need a relationship with the Lord. That's what you need. That's the
That
relationship she
part.
needs.
And I meant to say too that I forgot to put this my opinion on this. I don't think Bravo is going to show this because I feel like, especially with all this exposure coming out, these lawsuits coming up against them, this is
Uh-huh.
yet another thing to easily implicate them on how they create these hostile environments, these environments for these employees. It wouldn't make sense for them to show it, but we'll see. I just don't see that part. That's what I don't foresee.
Part of the Bravo contract is that you can't sue another cast member.
But
That is
that's
part of
not
the
true.
contract.
That
That's
is,
why Candace
but
got away from
true.
Michael Darby.
That's not true. That is not true. That had nothing to do with that. That case between she and Michael Darby was dismissed by a judge. So the
Right.
lawsuit was brought. There's
Yeah.
nothing in their contract that says that they cannot sue anyone. That is not true.
Yeah,
I don't even
exactly.
know who started that.
Yeah, because she went against Monique. The only reason why she didn't win in that because
Ashley wrote
Ashley
that letter.
testified. Yeah,
Ashley
wrote that
wrote a
letter.
letter for her.
Correct.
Exactly. So they can absolutely bring lawsuits against each other. That's not true.
Then okay, why haven't they? Because there have been enough instances of people doxing each other, wrecking each other, spying on each other. No one
Well,
bought
the thing
anything.
is, they're on a well. Let's be honest, real, and truthful here. They're on a reality show. You can't dox someone who tells you their real name, lets people film inside their homes and show off their businesses. Because doxing is about showing somebody's personal information. They sign contracts with these major corporations to show their personal information on their own on a television screen for our entertainment. So there's been no doxing. It's simply impossible. Also, spying on each other, peeping, doing the stuff like dropping pizza boxes at Karen's house is not against the law. That's not
Right.
even actionable. And the things that have happened that were actionable, we've seen some people sue and we've seen some people not
Correct.
sue. So that the bottom line is wholesale, that's an untrue statement. There's nothing in the Bravo contracts that says they cannot sue each other, because they have and they do.
Yep.
And quite
Okay.
Brandy
Once
got
it,
sued.
And let me tell you this too. So Kiana, beautiful, cute little Kiana from Potomac, friend of the show, friend of Wendy Osefo, she more or less was responding to someone on an Instagram live and alluded to the fact that the Geico caveman that y'all call Deborah may be seeing some justice soon. So yeah,
I
being on the
saw that.
show does not mean that you will not be brought to court.
Well, Sesame Street isn't a contract player. I don't know. I heard it somewhere.
Mind you,
Maybe you're
but
right.
this is what I'm telling you. I know for a fact. It's not maybe. This is a fact. This is a statement of fact. Candace and Monique were both under contract. Candace still sued Monique. Ashley Ashley signed her contract or whatever. It did not stop her husband from suing Candace. So that's not true. It's simply not a true statement.
Okay.
And we
they
only
aren't.
know the truth.
They
or,
would.
or our little theories, because sometimes we be reaching, but when we reaching, we call it reaching.
They they're on reality TV and they don't want to become a liability in and of themselves. If you suing all your castmates, why would the show keep you on the show? You
Mm.
know, you're basically
Right.
making yourself a liability, and they aren't going to want to keep you there. So people don't sue because they want to continue to play the reality TV game.
The
Mm-hmm.
money must be really good.
Well, at the end of the day, the issue here, the issue on ground, is a sister willing to show graphic, explicit material of another Black woman in such a compromising position for money.
Right.
That is never going to be okay. There's no circumstance where that's okay. And if you're willing to do something like that for money, you indeed are someone who easily could have been on the plantation helping Massa track down other Black people. Like,
Mm.
you are the lowest of the low. You have no integrity. You have no soul.
And
I
that's
There
the
are
agree.
part that's
there are so
concerning to
many
me.
things. There are so many things that you will never get me to do to another sister. And I can say that with my
Right.
full chest, because I said on this platform, and Grace, you've been around. I've been here
Yeah.
on this platform since I've had this channel. I've had people say unconscionable things about me, and some of them I know their personal business, and I could have done
Right.
horrible things, and not one person can say that Seanitra has opened her mouth to degrade even one of her sisters. And am I
No,
lying?
I can definitely agree with that.
Yep.
DT, am I
Yep.
lying?
Yep. That's
Am I
that's
telling the
so
truth
true.
about it?
You're telling the truth. You are definitely telling the truth.
And that was during a time when everybody was doing it, when I easily could have just been getting clicks and views and lining my pockets at the expense of other Black women, even other Black women who were, in a sense, trying to degrade me.
Yeah.
There has to be a bottom. You have to have some integrity about yourself. There has to be
Right.
I
something
agree.
that if you stoop that low, that it
Correct.
actually diminishes your own character.
Yep.
What
Yeah,
appears to be strange to me is why is she so interested in what this woman was doing
I
extra
don't care.
curricularly and how much she was being paid. I
But
mean, it
it's
was
just the
weird.
point. But it's not, in the grand scheme of things, and in the history of this show, we know that's not weird at all. This is really what we do on what they do on these shows. Okay, this is not new. We watched them for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seasons straight, called Marlo every type of hoe they could come up with.
Yep.
So this is not new, weird, or strange. Okay, and this is with them not being able to point to one man that this girl has slept with, and they have called her every variety of whore in the library. So it's not strange. And to be quite honest, I don't care. I don't care that she was talking under her clothes. They're all women. It's not, is it nice? No. Do I approve? No. But I can get over your words. It was when you take the extra step to bring in pictures that is not okay.
Not at all.
Thank you
You
so
know,
much, Rosiah Morrison. Thank you for the super chat, sis. Aw, thank you. We've been here since 2021. I'm glad you found us. Please come again, okay?
but
But
just looking forward. I can see people when the show airs, people who align themselves with Kenya or whatever, trying to justify this just because they call themselves a
You
fan of
can't
hers. And I'm
justify
like, I'm not saying that they should. That they should. I'm
oh,
just saying these
yeah.
reality TV fandoms get so dedicated to these
Oh, yeah,
people
that's true.
that, in a sense,
Yes,
they lose their own humanity, and I hate that.
that's
Kenya
true.
better
Yeah,
hope she don't
exactly.
get
I
caught
agree with
out
you,
there
Pat.
with her slip showing, because people are gonna come for her at some point. It's gonna be a reckoning. Look, I have to go.
And
Thank
we
you,
don't know what's
everybody.
out there on Kenya
All right,
because
Sam.
Kenya had her own story. She was known to be all around and
She
it
was
passed
loose.
around. So
That's
she
what.
don't know what
Yeah.
people have on her either. So
But this is
what,
the thing. But this is the problem, Ann. She know. Everybody know Kenya was loose as a goose. It ain't
Yeah,
no secret. Yeah, you remember what Nene called a Kenya Hormore? Everybody know.
correct. Because of her
But
history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
everybody know about loose. But this is my thing. I feel as though number one, do I agree with people fornicating all willy nilly? Of course I don't. I couldn't be who I am and say that that is correct behavior, right? But I also feel like people have freedom of choice. As long as you are an adult, you are consenting, no one has forced you. You have a right to make a decision for yourself with your body. We might crack a joke like, girl, you was a little friendly down there, but to be invested or think that that's something that's gonna be the be all to end all to somebody saying that they were committing fornication. Like, let's just call it what it is. Cut the crap. Cut the crap. If you slept with 10 or slept with 10,000, it's the same thing. Honestly. And like I said, the only one I know on that show that don't have a whole facts report is Cynthia Bailey. That's the only one I know of that ain't
Yep.
just, been indulging. It's the judgment, and that's okay. That's what they do. But to take it to the next step with the pictures, that's the problem. That's the thing. And it was men in the room, girl. Men was
Yep.
in. Jeez,
Crazy.
men that you don't even know. And you just got this. Oh, Lord.
And
Yeah,
that girl
And if
couldn't
a
have
exactly.
done
man
less
had did the
anything that
same
day.
thing. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. I'm agreeing with what you're just about to say.
Yep.
Yeah,
If a man had did the same thing, think about
Yep.
it. The world would have then been in an uproar, right? Like,
Yes.
oh,
exactly.
That's so true. That's the part right there. If you can recognize it's wrong when a man does it, that means that you know it's wrong, period.
exactly.
You know it's wrong, period. You gotta know when to stop. You gotta know when to stop. I don't care if that girl said, "Oh, you can't get nobody to come in your salon." That's not a good enough reason.
Yep.
That's why I said, as black women, we got to take this L, because
Oh,
this is what we have allowed ourselves to devolve into. And the reason I say we've allowed it is because when it happened on smaller scales, we did not make a loud enough, resounding voice that this is a hard no.
yeah,
Right.
Kenya thought it would be a moment for a reason.
Hmm. But the thing is like, when you in for a penny, you in for a pound. When you in for a penny, you in for a pound. When you allow somebody to lie on someone about a sex act, you open the door. And so once you open that door, you cannot control what else comes through that door.
Yep.
You
Yep,
can't.
I'm gonna hop down too, but we got to do better by us
We do.
overall.
We
But all
got to
right,
do better.
y'all.
All right, sis. I'm so glad you hung out with me. Listen, I'm shameless. I held you here as long as I could.
I don't like to talk that long, but it's been a pleasure.
You too. I enjoyed you. Please do it again now.
All right.
All right, bye. DT, what's your final thoughts on this mess? These people have really upset me today.
Yeah, I'm really upset. I'm
I'm
really upset. I'm so upset. I couldn't even think of a funny thought. I'm just like, how
That's
could
how I
you?
feel. That's how I feel too. Like, I couldn't even, I can use to crack a joke about anything. Like,
Exactly.
Drop me in Chernobyl. I'ma have 10 radiation jokes in 10 minutes. But
Exactly.
this one, man, this ain't cool.
not cool, not hilarious. It's not funny. It's absolutely degrading, and I just don't know what to think of it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm about to say. And yeah, Melanesia Rise.
I know that's right. Melanesia Rise. Hashtag Melanesia Rise. Y'all use the hashtag. We got to support our black folks globally. We love y'all. We love y'all.
All right, all right, and I'll now drop down.
Okay,
Thank
thanks,
you,
love.
Seanitra, for having me.
Thank you for coming to kick it with us. Y'all, I had to jump up and go to the door. Hey, generous soul, thank you for being like number 189. That's why I had to put the camera off. I had to run to the door and run back, but I was still talking to y'all. I'm sure at one point y'all heard my voice sound like it was further away because I had to run and run back because the people had to deliver my groceries. And y'all, they didn't even knock on the door. The helper just dropped them at the door. Some people ain't got no type of shame. But listen, I really did enjoy talking with y'all. Everybody who called in, Bap and Grace, Sabra Hardy, DT. I'm glad y'all called in. Yeah, that's who called in. Yes, Apple Charm. I get my groceries delivered. I don't go to no grocery store, baby. So I enjoyed you guys. Cool commentary from y'all. Like I enjoy y'all commentary as much as y'all enjoy mine. So please understand that I enjoyed myself talking with you guys. I wish it was for a better topic. If I'm being real, hey, on my days, thank you for being 191. I wish it was for a better topic. I wish we got together to gossip over something different. I wish it wasn't for that. I really wish it wasn't for this. But it was, and sometimes we got to have them conversations and we try to keep it light, but sometimes we got to have them, sometimes we got to get into it. And don't forget our theme song, devil, the person you were calling is unavailable. So everybody, the rest of this week, this is a Sunday, we're going into Monday. Everybody, for the rest of this week, I need y'all to tell Satan the person you are calling is unavailable. The number you dialing is unavailable, and we're not gonna take that. We're not gonna take the devil's calls none this week. Okay. Apparently, Kenya picked up the phone. Okay. So listen, guys, you know what time it is. If you did not hit the like button on the way in, please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you will know every single time we go live on this good channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed because we happy to have you here. Okay. All right. So let us know what time it is. Like that. If you want to join channel membership, like Rosiah just did. Welcome to the royal family, Rosiah Morrison. Y'all, I know we on our way out, but make sure y'all spam the chat and tell Rosiah Morrison, welcome, welcome, welcome to the royal family. I want to see you again when you come back. Please come back. I'm so happy to have her here. But if y'all want to join channel membership like Rosiah just did, the join button is beneath the video, and there's a membership link in the description box. Also in the description box, we have the link for our Royal Family merchandise store so you can get your crown gear in classic black and gold or our emerald crown designs. Also, we have the link to our Amazon storefront so we can all shop together and my Amazon wish list in case you want to send me notepads, pens, snacks, or any other goodies. All are appreciated. Okay. So listen, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Be positive, be productive. Don't forget to encourage someone else and encourage yourself too. Okay. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.